Welcome back to the DNC. We are here at the United Center again, just preparing for this long week of convention activities. We continue to have great guests. We are now joined by Ofirah Yheskel. She's the Director of External Affairs for the Democratic Governors Association. And I was just talking to her saying that I walked by. You guys are doing a lot. The Governors Association. They have their own little special club that's happening here at the United Center. But how many governors are actually on premises here for the convention this week?
I think we've got over 20 governors, and that just goes to show the power of our party, how many are leading, and we're really excited to have them here in Chicago.
Well, also what shows the power of the Democratic Party or the position of governor is the fact that Vice President Harris, all of her potential picks for her running mate were all governors.
Exactly. They're the ones leading. They know how to win, and we couldn't be more excited that our former chair, Governor Tim Walz, has been added to the ticket and is her running mate. I think he demonstrates the power of Democratic governors across this country, that they know how to win, they get things done for people, and think that's a winning message, obviously, for the vice president. So we're so thrilled that he's on the ticket and going to make progress for people.
Although I assume your answer would have been the same if it was Governor Shapiro or if it was Miss Governor
succeed
Whitmer,
at any level, in any way. So yeah.
Right, because what's that process like? Because when Americans saw the choices, it was really, people were like, well, I like this one and I like that one and maybe I like this one over here. Andy Beshear, Governor Beshear was also in the mix. There were so many in the mix. What's the process to get to Governor Tim Walz? And not from a Vice President Harris standpoint, but from the association standpoint.
Well, we're neutral in a selection like that, but I felt she couldn't make a wrong choice. And like you said, so many great choices. Governor Beshear, who is a red state Democratic governor, and I think shows that in this party, Democrats can win anywhere when they put their minds to it. So really great to see his name in the conversation, obviously. Governor Tim Walz has gotten a lot done for folks in Minnesota. But we're just glad that they're in the conversation and continue to be even after she's made the running mate selection. And like you said, you mentioned Governor Beshear. He was on stage last night. Governor Yheskel was on stage last night. Yeah. Looking forward to hearing from our host, Governor Pritzker, tonight. So I love that I can tick through so many names and have so many things to talk about all of them.
I guess my question also would be, so when I was thinking about it, I said, I like Governor Beshear, but I don't want him to leave Kentucky, right? Because you have to think about, like, it's a bigger picture. It's a strategy, right? Governor Shapiro, we could have lost him because we believe in Pennsylvania. Thank you, Senator Fetterman, that other things can get done. But is there chatter or conversation behind the scenes about, hey, now if let's just say Beshear is chosen, we have to start looking in the pipeline, or what's then our plan going forward if that were to happen, especially like in a red state?
Well, I think luckily we've got Lieutenant Governor Jacqueline Coleman there. She is a wonderful star, a teacher herself, just like Governor Walz. But we weren't even thinking about that when it came to the process. I think we were just so, again, excited to see so many governors in the mix being discussed and having their records talked about. And again, I think they were in the conversation because they get things done and they know how to win. So it's so great that there's so many people who check both of those boxes that I think people are talking about.
And I think we are happy as Americans, right? And when I say we, I say the voting block of people feel good for any of those choices. Now, there has been chatter about why not Josh Shapiro, right? He's a Jewish man that would have been double history, so to speak. And again, I know that you're not the ticket, but again, with the Governors Association, is there ever talk about what these processes are like and what happens if like a Jewish, potential candidate would have been the running mate?
I mean, for us, no. But, Governor Shapiro has talked about how he loves being the governor of Pennsylvania, and he's still got a lot to do, and I think has already gotten a lot done in 2 years. As a Jewish person myself, I love the fact that he talks about his faith so forwardly. I think make a point to in Philly to do that. So I think he's another great example of the leadership in this party on a number of different fronts. But as himself talked about, having a lot more to do in Pennsylvania. And so we're excited to see what he does. Like Governor Walz said in Philly, if a bridge breaks down, that's the guy you want to call.
Yeah, I was there when he said that. I was like, that's a very good point, because a bridge actually broke down last year, Governor Shapiro. I think a star in your party, and you say that, are they all stars you?
To me, they're stars. They shine bright.
So we can't take away Governor Yheskel because we need her in New York. One of my, as I looked to the future and I was looking at Vice President Harris's list, what was missing was a woman. And I thought instantly about Governor Maura Healey out of Massachusetts, who I thought would have been a phenomenal, just to even have her name in the ring as an openly gay, the first, governor and in Massachusetts. She's a rock star. How do you, and you can't sit here and tell me she's okay.
I love Governor Healey. No, you can't even tell me to pick. We have 8 incredible female Democratic governors. Tomorrow we're actually having a panel with Julia Louis-Dreyfus and all 8 of them to talk about the power of female executive leadership. And I think obviously, like you just said, there's no more incredible time to be having that conversation than right now. So I can't pick a favorite. They're all my favorites. I love them all. And we've got eight incredible Democratic governors who have like incredible friendship amongst each other, and excited to see more of them. Again, another one, Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham speaking tonight. So we're super excited to see her.
Are there
take
any
the stage
women
tonight.
of color governors?
She's the first Hispanic governor in the country, I believe, Democratic governor in the country. So we've got Lujan Grisham in New Mexico.
That is amazing. So what's your goal this week?
I want people to talk about what stars you've got in the Democratic Governors Association, that there's so many of us, and that they are, frankly, I think, some of the strongest messengers in this party, and that they know how to win. And I think, like I said, on that combination of protecting freedoms and delivering for the middle class. So if we come out at the end of this week and people are still talking about Democratic governors, I'm like, my box is checked.
I saw Governor Whitmer and Governor Shapiro having a chat, and I almost wanted to pull out my phone on the floor, and I said, this is the future of the Democratic Party. But there are so many stars, I think, that the Democrats can feel good about what the future is like. So 7 women?
8 women.
8 women
Democratic
and 1
governors.
of color.
Yeah.
Okay, I see you. And so what the end goal this week is obviously to get the momentum behind Vice President Harris.
Yeah.
Is there a message that you all are pushing this week?
Well, I think also that we have 11 governor's races this year. I think many
that's
people
important.
don't obviously pay attention to
Okay.
the down ballot. The presidential race is obviously important, but we have 11. In New Hampshire, we might
11
have
gubernatorial races.
11 gubernatorial races this year. We've got North Carolina, which is a really big one. A great Democratic governor there, Roy Cooper. Current Attorney General Josh Stein, who's our nominee. A wonderful Attorney General who's running against the Lieutenant Governor, who is a really extreme conspiracy theorist Republican. So we're taking that race seriously. It's our top one, but think we'll be able to hang on to it.
What are your top 3 races out of the 11?
Would be North Carolina's the top. New Hampshire's our big flip opportunity with Chris Sununu retiring. And then Washington State, like I said, we've got a great governor, Jay Inslee, there, who's served 3 terms and looking to have a third or add Attorney General Bob Ferguson to be the governor there.
Battleground states?
North Carolina is the battleground.
That one? Okay, that's the one. Okay, well, push that message so we know, and you just let our viewers know, too, on Politics and Color. Thank you so much.
Thank you
for stopping by. Have a great week.
Thanks, you too.
All right, thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Stay with us.